everyone, I'm MaryAnne. Welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. Welcome to your Sun Sign Love Connection readings for today. Today's June 3rd, 2021. And for those that are new, I have a format and it's pretty simple. I take two sun signs every single day. I pick one and I call it the featured sun sign by going around my astrology wheel in order so that you kind of know when your turn is. If you want to think ahead and make sure that you don't miss that reading, you can also push the notification bell, and that lets you know when I upload, which is different each day due to my other occupation. So today's the featured sign of Gemini. Happy birthday, Geminis. We're in Gemini season. It's so fun and light, and it's, oh my gosh, it's energetic. You know, you are definitely known for your ability to just kind of try new things and excite people and verbiage. Oh my gosh, you're ruled by Mercury. So it's the mind, right? It's air. You're an air sign. You're an air element. And you represent the twins. So there's duality. And you're a mutable sign. So there's even more duality and mutation in your life where you just want to change and start something and end something and try something. And, you know, your energy is just like all over the place sometimes. And it can be a little hard to keep up with. But as a fellow air sign to you, I've always had Geminis in my life. I find them hilarious. I find them extremely intelligent. I love having heart-to-heart talks with you. That's never been a missing component for me with Geminis. You can just see their eyes, you know, as you're talking to them. They're just constantly thinking of thoughts and the next invention or possibility or, you know, romance. Very, very much about love and just fun. And so we're in your season. And yes, we do have Mercury retrograde in your sign, Gemini, and it's going to be fine. You know, it's all about that introspective when it's a retrograde. You go from being exterior and let's go here and let's do this and let's connect with so-and-so now because now things are opening up and we can do that. And you've been waiting all this year. It's been crazy. Although if you're a homebody type of Gemini, you certainly have been very busy in utilizing the technology because you've got the mind to learn and expand yourself. Your archetype is the teacher, the mentor, the professor, and you want to teach others. You want to just share this knowledge and this information, whatever the topic may be. No sort of gift of gab for you. The gift of gab is a gift for sure, but it's a good one, and it's all meant with love and inspiration, hopefully for others. And so Mercury retrograde in your sign means that instead of the all exterior, it's more internal, and it's like, I really, truly have this incredible desire. I've had this gut wanting kind of desire of something, someone, someone's. And, you know, I know the Mercury retrograde can stop things kind of in their track or certainly delay situations, especially with travel. If you're planning on vacationing and stuff, yes, and it doesn't mean you cannot do that. You just want to double check everything, you know, the agenda, the map where how to get there, you know, making sure there's plenty of gas stops and all those variables, things that you probably do, but sometimes you get a little overzealous and you get over busy and you kind of forget, but never intentionally. And then there you go. Find out that, oh, I didn't double check and now my reservation is, they actually don't have space. So just reminding you that that's an important thing. You can certainly have vacations. But transportation is an element because it's about a moving part, which is what Mercury is about. It's the fastest planet in the solar system. Mercury retrograde is an illusion where it appears that Mercury is going backward, hence retrograde. So when it's in your sign, it's really about introspection and what things that really, really matter to you and ways to go about improving, removing, I would say, revisiting, realigning, reuniting, reunions, relaxing, retreat, all the re's if you haven't caught on. And I think it's perfect for now, you know? I mean, yeah, we're going to have a slower pace. I have a business. I have clients. They tend to reschedule. You want to be flexible, and I think you are anyway, okay, Gemini? So just focus on your birthdays. Do that celebrating because people want to be with you. They want to laugh. They want to have fun, and that's the energy. That's the beauty of this time. And what's really cool is that full moon eclipse which was in Sagittarius at the end of May, on May 26th, that really works for you. That is your polar opposite. In fact, the North and the South nodes are now Gemini and Sagittarius. And that works extremely well for you. You care greatly about your mind and educating yourself, which is what Sagittarius represents. Optimistically believing you can achieve that course or that study or create one of your own. This is exciting and it means a lot to you. And truth be told, experience revealed with that full moon lunar eclipse. And then we have the new solar eclipse in your sign, Gemini. So, I mean, if you haven't transformed enough in the last year or so, trust me, there's more to come. But I think it's phenomenal. I think it's overdue for you. And I think you're not going to mince words anymore. I don't think you're going to fool around. I think communication is going to be very, very clear. And it's very concise, especially after the retrograde. So if you can hold off a little bit on that major decision or that new idea or invention or, creativity of some sort, do so after the 22nd, because that's when it ends with a little shadow period. And a really cool thing that happened today, we had 2 trines. This morning was the Sun and Saturn trine. Now, talk about polarity as like with Gemini, right? The twins, the different perspectives, the up and down and so forth. You have the Sun, which is ego and creativity to the highest form, our Sun sign, our desires and wants and expression, okay, and the vibrance of it all. And then you have Saturn saying, whoa, hold on there, folks. I mean, I'm happy for you and I want you to exude that. I want you to have those feelings. I just don't want you to go crazy willy-nilly on me. Just keep it kind of centered right now and keep it in check and don't lose sight of everything that way, which makes sense. I mean, it is for our best interest. It just doesn't seem like it at times because the constraint part isn't good for anybody, but particularly you. You're a freedom-seeking sign until you get in love, and then it's just like it's over. That's everything to you. But that's another story. We'll get to that in a second. Then the second beautiful trine is the trine of Venus and Neptune. Both happen to be, I take that back, Venus is love and it's companionship and it's heart-centered and it's feminine and it's magical. You feel better, you look better. And that went into Cancer today. So there's the watery part of you that's coming out. You're a mind sign, but it's the water and the vulnerability, and you're just feeling emotionally open to being in love and feeling love and sharing your love and love of all types. That's what my readings are about when I say love connections. So it could be a single person loving yourself more than you ever have. And don't laugh at that. I mean, it's so important. And I know there's been so many years in my life when I didn't. And it's perfectly okay to feel like I love myself so that I understand what it really means to love someone. I mean, fully understand it. And it feels beautiful. And then the Neptune is the creativity. I mean, in Pisces. And Pisces is one of the most creative signs in the zodiac. And so are you. So you're both mutable. You're both 2 fishes in the 2, the changeability and the ability to be circumstances and things that, you wouldn't have normally seen yourself in, but you have that ability to become that and to trust and believe in yourself. So you're pretty highlighted right now. I'm not going to lie. Everybody's getting that energy and I think it's exciting for everybody. And, I love it, but I want to pick your highlighted connection. Whoops. And that's spirit guided. That's right in front of you right now. For reasons I don't know, certainly you will or not. If you don't understand right away what this connection is, or you're not resonating, give it some time. It's not only a person or a circumstance, it is a feeling when it is the highlighted connection. So let me pull that for you right now. With Spirit's incredible intervention, of course. I always bless and thank Spirit every day because I have to incorporate these readings just because I have to incorporate my spiritual life in some way every day. It's essential for my being. Oops, that went right off the board. What do you have? There it went again, though. Aries. Boom. Okay, fire. Intensity. I mean, here's that wonderful full moon in Sagittarius, also a fellow fire sign. But it's that drive and that you take the air and you take the fire and you just it really becomes something. And the energy comes there and the spirit behind it. the motivation. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. Aries is number one. They are the leaders, the confidence, the empowerment they feel, even when they don't know what they're doing. They think they do. I'm serious. They're not. It's not a joke. I have an Aries moon, and I know I've done things, and I thought, well, I'm going to try that. I'll try that. And that's what you have in your spirit. You may have Aries in your chart, Geminis, or some kind of fire, but it's working really well. And I think it has a lot to do with the whole series and the whole eclipse, because eclipses affect us so strongly. They're way more powerful than a full or a new moon normally. And this has been going on since last year, so there's a lot of stories that's revealing and will continue to. And it's just going to evolve you into the places you want to be. And you have the cardinal aspect of Aries, which represents initiating and starting and moving and shaking and doing stuff, which you love. You love that excitement. You don't like to be bored. And you can be bored quickly. You have a short attention span, Gemini, because you're just that quick. I don't know how else to say it. You know, there's just a lot going on up there. So I think retrogrades are great for you because you need that time to stop. You really do. Sometimes it can be over anxious. You can be over, on the shadowy part of this energy. It's hard to get a grip or be solidly, feeling present, and you want that. And it's inspiring you to do so. And Aries is just about a lot of fun and adventure, also an independent sign, but really good to work with, certainly have relationships with. I see it all the time with Gemini and Aries. And, there's this motivation, and they're ruled by Mars, so there's fire too. There's passion, let me tell you. There's a lot of that energy going on right now. And I'm all for it. Why not? I say go for it. It's like that every year at this time. New Aries you might meet, may have known this Aries for a long time, and the retrograde brings people back. I'd love to know. If you haven't subscribed, push that subscribe button, please, and like and all those things if you're feeling so inclined to do so. I appreciate it. I love all of you that have done that. It means a great deal to me. It opens my heart and fills my heart, and it's cool because you can comment to me and let me know what's going on. Let me read the three major categories I like to read for this particular connection of Gemini and Aries. The first category is always the overall energy bringing you to this reading. Now, we are at the beginning of the month, so this is the first half of June readings. I do the second half of June after I finish the first. So just to continue on with your storyline and information and guidance that's necessary. And sometimes, very, very thought-provoking and extremely synchronistic, which is very much a part of when we have Jupiter in the sign of Pisces, which we have through the end of July. Then it goes back into Aquarius. Very accommodating for you as a fellow air sign, both Pisces and the Aquarius. So I don't know, this is a very, very important and, year of new and transformation, like life transformation. Eclipses bring things in and take things out. Sometimes things we know, we plan, sometimes not at all. But not in a negative, scary way, just allowing it and saying, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for this. Thank you. Thank you for the help and the guidance. So the first overall energy it's the Ten of Cups. Wow, the ultimate in emotions, in feeling that security, the love, the family, the friends, the creativity is at its peak. Everything we've been talking about. That's what you're bringing in. And it's your time. It's your solar return. More magical things happen during that time. I'm just saying it. Write down what you want, especially with the new moon eclipse in your sign on the 10th, which is next week. Oh my gosh, it's special favor time. It just is. And it's so exciting. And I'm so happy. That's what I was feeling and I've been feeling. And the weather in Northern, California, it's just phenomenal, United States. So there you go. There's just kind of confirmation of what we're saying. Something's really right. You've got the animals, you might have an Aries animal that you've adopted. I adopted a kitten. It'll be a year this month on the 17th. I named him Eclipse because we were having a triad of eclipses last year because we didn't have enough weird things happening last year, right? Yeah, that was a memory for sure for a lifetime, but only a memory now, right? Let it go. Beautiful, beautiful, joyful fulfillment, in all areas of your life with the 10. That's the highest it can go. So good for you. If it's not family and love or marriage or committed. It's just feeling you have these great relationships that really, really stoke you and make you feel really grateful to have them in your life, you know, because that's what, to me, life, the fundamental root things of life that makes you happy is that very thing. Second category is possible blessings or obstacles. I don't see it as an obstacle. It's the Three of Wands. There's that fire. There's that Aries motivating you, recognizing you do have help at all times. You've got people wanting to work with you. This represents more than two. It could be three. It could be a third person in your family or a new child. It is a very, very fertile time. You're watching your ships coming in. This is not the first time this card's come up. It's definitely come up for other signs. I think a lot of us have just been saying, wow, I believe, I trust in the process. I believe, I trust in the process. And here it is. Here it is. So be ready when this Mercury retrograde, you know, is over and you've done the last minute detail and touches and time to just enjoy and love and look outside and just breathe in and listen to the birds and just honestly revel in the beauty of life, really. And being grateful and appreciative, of course. Your shippers are coming in. You're getting what you justly deserve, and you put that fire and that energy towards it. So you got the peace, the dove above. There's more peace and there's more balance coming. You know, and there'll be times when it won't be so much. I mean, you know that, Gemini. That's a given, but it's definitely moving in a beautiful direction for you. And this relationship and relationships in general. And you're fired up. You're not going to let go. You're never giving up. Just don't overdo it, okay? Don't overdo it. That's the message that just came through. So the final category is always the finances. It's the money. It's our material world. And you have the Three of Swords. Oh, something happened. When it's the Three of Swords, it's happened. It is past because the swords have already stuck. This isn't as dramatic of a card when I'm using the beautiful Gilded Tarot by Sarah Machete, but it does represent the wounds and the pain associated with this. So you've been hurt. You've been hurt through communication. You've been hurt from the confusion and the lies and the deceit in some form, you know, third party perhaps. You know, it's something that's past. You've been relaxing and trying to heal from this. It was a loss of some sort, and it had to do with the way things were presented or said or communicated. And under the finance aspect, it's like somebody possibly did you wrong financially. I don't know what that means. I mean, I know that as a person that had to shut down their business for 8 months, I felt this. You know, I'm an air sign. I definitely was like, wow. I mean, I understand we're all going through this. It's not all about me, but now what? Because it was great, right? And then there's just that praying and that meditating on, okay, I will be shown the answers. I will make it work. I will receive the help I need. And you are receiving the help you need. And you're already at this point. And this is the past. And you're done with that. You may still need some healing. You know, I mean, conversations and words can really hurt. And I know that people have certainly heard that through their lives, but for some reason, it was much more of a harshness. I understand astrologically why, certainly last year. But I won't go into that. What I will say is you're mending the fences on all levels. You're second-guessing things that you may have taken as being maybe more hurtful than they really were. I mean, that's a beautiful way too. And you're also going to get the information you need to build your finances, to invest in the proper ways. And you're a smart cookie. So you will do it with help or without, but you will do your due diligence. I can promise you that, because you don't want to have a reoccurring loss or, you know, lack of communication. It's just not going to work. And yeah, it's going to be more prominent during a retrograde. Remind yourself of that. It's temporary. Air sign messages generally are the most quick moving because they're air. I mean, air moves, clouds move. You know, you see this beautiful formation. You're like, look at that, and it's gone. Yeah, so it's temporary, but I'm not saying the feelings have completely gone, like I said, and that's up to you. Let your mind heal your body, as we can very easily do, and you'll be set, because this is a gorgeous, beautiful reading, and it's time anyway, and you know that. So that is your reading for the 3 major categories with this highlighted connection. I will finish with the rune, though. I like doing this now. It just kind of culminates the whole reading, basically, and I love runes because they're incredibly accurate, and they're very wise, and they've been around forever. And so this one, a beautiful amethyst, well, it's a 1, so that's like a beginning. It looks like a 1. Actually, it's a letter. And it is, I'll look in the back and let you know exactly. I always place it on the 2nd category, the possible blessings or obstacles. And then I look at the actual, I don't remember pulling this one, but that doesn't mean anything. My memory's, especially in a retrograde. It's been better, but it's coming back. It is coming back. The picture on the back shows right in the center there. It is number 11. Oh, I love 11. 11 is a master number, and it's really, you know, when you see 111 and all that, it's very, very, to me, it's spiritual, and it's the universe saying, be aware, listen and watch, and notice how you're feeling at this moment. In this regard, it's Isa. The name is Isa. So 11, well, that equals 2, and that's partnership, and that's love, and it's romance, and it's connection. Once again, you thrive on that. You really, really do. And if you're not with someone else, you're thinking about your alter ego, because you got the twin thing going, you know, the duality. So I'm just kidding with you right there. But in a way, it's true. So let me look and tell you what that means inside. There's more. There's more. So for Isa, oops, you got to do it in the right language. The word associated is ice. Interesting. Kind of cold, right? But it melts, and it's water, and waters are emotions, and we've got a lot of predominance with Jupiter and Pisces and in Neptune in our mind and our feelings in the retrograde and the emotions that the full moons and the new moons and the changes and all of that bring. But that's also what brings our manifestations to fruition, is the emotion part of it. It brings it to life. As in our relationships, without emotion, it's not much of a relationship, right? Okay, so the time is from November 28th to December 13th. So that's going to be Sagittarius. Isn't it interesting? Because we talked very much about the fire, and there's the air, you know, the Aries, which is the, you know, fellow fire, but that's that very, very important aspect of the full lunar eclipse, which will definitely be affecting you through December. So between now and December, there's something extremely, your life will be transformed. I don't know what it is. Please let me know. I would love to hear. I'm very nosy about that. And the words associated with this, though, are calm, reflection, victory over obstacles, yes, habits, vices, and expectations to be controlled. I really like that. You know, another really powerful, potent thing about Jupiter in Pisces is healing. From the physical to the mental to our relationships to anything. It's just such a wonderful time to focus and meditate on that. I'm going through that myself on a physical level. And it's really, really powerful. And, you know, we can do so much. Please never underestimate how much power you really have. And then working with these energies and channeling them into you in the proper way to allow them to do their thing and to really, really help you heal is phenomenal. So, yeah, habits being controlled. I don't know. I love this reading. And yeah, like I said, I mean, you know, you can't sugarcoat things. When you've been hurt, you've been hurt. You know what? I can't even believe this. Well, yes, I can. Here I've been saying it's the 3, and it was, but it's actually the 4 of Swords, and I held it up to you. Because you're relaxed now. All of that hurt, like I said, is the past. It's time for you to relax. It's time for you to rejuvenate and enjoy and calm yourself and not take this on anymore. And know that you are divinely guided. Usually there's this window, like a beautiful stained glass window in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And it shows the blessings are coming in clearly with the Ten of Cups and the Three of Wands. So please forgive me. Yeah. The Three of Swords, I see it right away. I'm like, oh, that's what's happened. That's what's caused you to just kind of fall to your knees, maybe in a certain way, in some way having to do with money, maybe, or just your well-being. Because, you know, the wealth is in that, of course, your emotions. And you're just like, okay, I'm done. I'm now going to heal from it. I'm allowing that time, because if you don't, you mask it over, it's still there, and then you got to just relive it. That's karmic. It's a whole nother video. So yeah, I apologize, but the 4, that's way better anyway, because it's definitely done. And you're healing, and it feels great. And it's a great time to do so. So let me read the final aspects of this. And this is the oracle, wonderful oracle divinations I have. This one, I change them every month from the beginning of the mid-month. And this is the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. Because, yeah, it's a heart time. It's definitely, you know, sometimes in the year, like, you know, February and now, and certainly during your season. And I don't know, it could be every day of the year, but there are just certain times, and the elements and the energies that come in, and they're very much focused on our heart center. You know, and we get away from our mind, which is really important for air signs. It can be very, very hard to be constantly in your mind. You lose sleep and you tend to go a loop. That's not fun. So this is beautiful. Really good time for the revelation of that. And your message is believe and succeed. I mean, it's so perfect, and you're so worthy of realizing and manifesting that. It's number 6. 6 is about balance. The 6th house represents our everyday today, you know, balancing work and life and relationships and animals and kids and our happiness. And just, you know, it reminds you of the 6 of Swords, because it is a boat and you're going towards what you want. You know, you're freeing yourself. You're traveling away from disappointments and, you know, discouragements and all the things that you don't need to ever feel, ever, but we do. And you're going to believe and succeed. And that's all you need to keep saying over and over and over. And you will be amazed at how things change exponentially. Because it starts from within. What a gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful card. I'm very happy you got that, Gemini, and all of your beautiful connections, you social butterfly, you. The actual meaning behind it, though, I'll read to you. And so this is purple. Let's see what it says, because I believe I'm going to double check here. There are several different things. The green border is the emotions. We're getting their physical is the red. There's the major arcana, which I don't believe this is. Bear with me. And then is there the indigo? I think they call it the indigo. Violet, excuse me. The wands. There you go again. The power, the fire in you, this fire, the Sagittarius, the make it happen. Believe it, make it happen. Cup half full, right? Optimistic, Jupiter ruled Sagittarius. Number 6. It's very, very beautiful. Faith is powerful and can bring about amazing results. It's important at this time to believe in yourself and in your aspirations. Regarding love, think and act as if all that you desire is inevitable. Your confidence will send a signal to the universe that you are ready to have that perfect relationship with a spouse, partner, parent, sibling, child, or friend. The energies of success are around you. Use them to achieve your dreams. The keywords are confidence, achievement, inspiration, and recognition. Oh, you will be recognized. You are in the limelight right now. So a lot of people like that. A lot of Geminis don't like that. But be aware that, you know, for good or otherwise, you are being watched and seen. And I think it's beautiful. Shine that light, boy. You know, be proud. And I think you're going to have a great amount of fun in the process. And I'll finish with the last oracle, which is the Super Attractor Manifestation deck. Creating and feeling the life that you choose. Like attracts like. You know, it has to all be on one kind of beautiful, congruent level of energy. You can't have one thought of abundance and feeling less than. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty simple, but I love this deck. So it ends up being a saying, which I consider a mantra or an affirmation you can say over and over as well. And for you, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. This is the second chakra, it's part of the root chakra. It's the passion. It's the sensuality, sexuality. It's presence and security and stability. It's the 10 of Cups. Each time I choose to tune into spirit, guidance of the highest truth shows up for me. The highest truth. There we go again. You know the truth, and now you're going to allow that to be your impetus for moving forward in all ways of your life. So I'm excited. I love you. I appreciate you taking the time today, and take extremely good care of yourself. Come on back for mid-months, okay? And tell your friends. And yeah, thank you. And until next time, bye-bye.